All right, everybody going through OrangeTheory Transformation Challenge. This is Josh Funk. I'm here with part 2 of our How to Be a Better Runner series. This section is focused on building a better baseline. It is focused on competency and capacity, knowing that if we do things to cross-train or do certain body weight movements, we can actually make ourselves a more efficient runner. There are certain things that I will communicate here that are general guidelines, and by no means are they exclusive, but they are a great place to start. But the goal is to move better, to run better. A simple baseline target is to ensure that you first can walk for 30 minutes. If you are new to activity and you are unable to walk for that timeline, that would be a great place to start. Walking as a whole should be very, very easy for you to perform before layering on something that is a higher level activity. When it comes to moving, I would also argue that during that 30 minutes, you should be able to stay relatively conversational, and that walk should not put you in a situation where you are out of breath. The next thing that you would focus on is 2 different areas. One specifically would relate to your lower leg, and the other would relate to your whole leg. Can you do a single leg heel raise? And then can you do a single leg sit to stand? For the single leg heel raise, you would be standing. You would put your foot on a chair, and your back leg that is down on the ground would raise up onto your toes. So you would raise that back leg, you would do a calf raise, or raise your heel off of the ground. Can you do that 1 time? Your objective for this is actually to be able to do this 25 times. So yes, we have to do it 1 time first before we then build out our capacity. But that 25 marker is a standard in many return to run benchmarks. So it is a great thing to shoot for. With the single leg sit to stand, you will stand in front of a chair. You would be in front of the chair so that if you were sitting back behind you, you would end up in the chair. You're going to stand on one leg and you would sit slowly to the chair using only that one leg, and you would only use that same leg to stand up. That single leg sit to stand. Can you do it 1 time first, and then eventually can you build up to the point where you're able to do it 10 times? So 25 single leg heel raises and 10 single leg sit to stands. These would be great to have as a baseline before getting us to a point where we are leaving the ground. These next 3 areas will deal with varying levels of force and varying activities that you are probably familiar with. A hop, a jump squat, and jogging in place. The jump squat, can you not only do it once, but can you do it 15 times, and can you maintain a certain level of efficiency? Is this something that is a maximum effort, or is it something that you can still do consistently to a consistent height and without getting overly fatigued? Hopping in place, think about jumping rope. Do you have the ability to jump on 2 feet like you'd be jumping rope for 30 seconds. It's important that you not only can do this on 2 legs to start, but eventually building to a point where you are able to do this on 1 leg. You would potentially start at 15 reps before building up the ability to do it for 30 seconds. And then with regards to jogging in place, the goal is to be able to jog in place for a minute. It's a little bit more challenging to run on a treadmill or to run outside as you are moving or the ground is moving underneath of you. So generally jogging in place is a great place for you to start. The other thing that I would say that puts people in a lot of positions to be, or puts them in a foundation to be successful is working on a single leg wall sit. This is another thing that we value. We like working up to a point where somebody can not only do a double leg wall sit for 30 seconds, but working up to a point where they can do a single leg wall sit. If you have questions on any of these benchmarks as they relate to something that you can do them one time or for multiple repetitions or a longer time, leave some comments in the section below.